Oh no. Oh no. That's what my son say, y'all. Oh no. What is up? What's up, y'all? So before we get into the story time, this crazy story time, who else is out here looking busted? Like, look at my nails. Look at my nails. Shit getting real out here. So before we get into this crazy story time, I gotta make a snack. I had to make a snack. Bear with me because I be losing track of time. Like, not track of time, like I be losing focus. So bear with me. Let's get into this video because this is crazy. So I'm doing a story time basically on the time that I was friends with two girls, and they were already best friends, and then they like switched the rule and like jumped me. They like jumped me. They tried to and got their ass beat, but they like switched the rule. So let's get into this story time. So basically, I lived in Long Island up until 7th grade, and then my mom sent me upstate with my grandpa because she was working nights, and I was not actually. My mom was working nights. She would get off later, and I was really young, and she didn't want me, like, she didn't really have help, so she sent me with my grandpa. He lived in upstate New York, so I won't be running the streets when she's at work, because I started hanging out with like the wrong people, and she couldn't leave me home. Like, she wanted to make sure like everything was well, like with school and like, you know. So I went upstate. I came back down when I was old enough, and I was had switched. So I came back in like 9th grade. So I was going to school in Long Island, and I had met my best friend Marissa. Now that's the only name that I'm gonna give out in the story time, but yeah, I met my best friend Marissa, and we were friends. We're still friends now. She's my son's godmom, and we don't speak as much, but that's still like one of the realest friends I've ever had, like ever had. Until like 11th grade, I was going to this particular school, and then I had gotten into like a little altercation, which I was like, you know what, like me and my mom was like, all right, like I'm over it, like, because it was like it lasted that whole year, so it was just like, all right, whatever, like I'm over it, like I want to just go to a new school. And then my best friend Marissa, she was leaving also. She was moving to a different town, so she wasn't going to be going to that school. So I was like over it, and I'm just like, all right, ma, like I'm ready for a new start. Senior year, like, get me the fuck out of here. But meanwhile, the schools is like they were all connected. Like, I'm not sure how you're like in the boroughs, like I think in the boroughs schools are all connected, but like in this one like little area, like all the schools are like connected, so like you could like switch schools or whatever once like you're approved to get into that school. So, and then they had like a cosmetology course there, like they had like a trade thing there, so like I had went anyway. So we like, my mom like sat down with the principal and the assistant principal and my guidance counselor, and we switched schools. So on the first day, like I met this girl, we're gonna name her Olivia. So me and Olivia got mad cool. Like, we were in the same situation. Like, her best friend had moved to a different school, and she was already going to the school, but we just like hit it off like OD quick, like just like that. Like, we just related in so many ways, so like we just started talking like every day. So meanwhile, like my boyfriend did not go to my school at this time. Like, my boyfriend had already graduated. He was going to community college, so he wasn't like, he wasn't at my school, but he would pick me up like after school and stuff like that. When he eventually met Olivia, he did not like her. Like, he was just like, I don't like her. I do not like her. And that's flag number one. If your boyfriend do not like your friend, that means that bitch is not your friend. I don't care what it is. Like, that means she's not your friend. He didn't like her, and I was just like, alright, whatever. Like, you don't like my friend. No. You just don't want me being friends with nobody. Like, I was just being like a bitch like that. And I really just should have just listened to him. Like, he didn't like her. That happened. But then, like, he, like, tolerated her. Like, we would, like, all hang out when we could. Like, it was, like, on lunch. Like, he would come see me for lunch, and, like, he'll have, like, his friends with him. And then, like, we would, like, all hang out. But Olivia's parents were mad strict. So she couldn't, like, hang out with me after school and stuff like that. Like, she couldn't come out the house. So I was just like, what the fuck? Like, senior year, like, why can't you come out the house? But whatever, I guess because she was Haitian. So I know a lot of Haitian parents be like, they like mad strict. So anyway, she couldn't come out the house. So I had eventually let her meet my best friend. And when she met my best friend, Marissa, Marissa did not like her. Like, she did not like her at all. Like, she was just like, I don't like her. So I'm just like, why nobody like her? Like, maybe it's just her personality. Like, she was like one of those people that's just like real blunt. Like, and I'm just like, maybe they just don't like her personality. Like, I just don't understand why they don't like her. So she had introduced me to her best friend. And when she introduced me to her best friend, it just was weird because me and her best friend just like clicked. Like, we automatically clicked. Like, we just related. And then, like, we would, like, she had like a group chat, and then her best friend like would start like hitting me up and stuff like that. So I'm just like, yeah, like, I like this girl. She mad cool. So like in the beginning it was like all fun. Like, nobody had an issue. Like, until my best friend was just like, I don't like them. Like, I don't want to be around them. So I'm just like, okay, so I'm just not gonna bring you around them. All right, like, we could hang out on our own time. Like, and I don't really mix friends like that, but I was just like, all right, like, okay, so you don't have to be around them. Like, I'll hang out with you like one-on-one, like we've been doing. So they felt some kind of way about that, because I guess like they felt like they figured it out. Like, they were just like, because every time like Marissa would come over, I would brush them off like, oh no, like, we're doing this, like, da da da. Like, they just like, was just like, oh, well, she don't want to be around us or whatever. So I just always like brushed off that like topic. So me and Olivia's best friend, we're gonna name her Aaliyah, we got mad close. So Aaliyah had more freedom than Olivia. So for my 18th, I think it was my 18th birthday. Yeah, my 18th birthday, I got a car from my aunt. My aunt bought me a car for my birthday. So I would like go pick up Aaliyah. Olivia did not like that. She did not like that. She was just like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to steal my best friend? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? And I'm just like, sis, relax. Don't want your best friend. I have my own. Like, she's cool. Like, what the fuck? What do you got? And I don't have no problems with that. Do what you do. I don't have no problems with that. But it's just like, what the fuck? So yeah, she just did not like that. Like, she didn't like that. Like, she would just like curse us out. Like, I mean, she would go ballistic. Like, she would just go ballistic. Like, she would text us paragraphs like, big ass bitches, da da da, like, you best friend stealing ass bitch, da da da. So me and my personality, I don't like that. Like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Like, who are you talking to? So her friend Aaliyah was like, oh no, that's just how she joked. But I had to let her know, like, sis, I don't joke like that. I don't joke like that. So don't be texting my phone with all that rah-rah, because I don't joke like that. So I guess she got the point that I don't joke like that, and she stopped doing it. But she would throw like subs and stuff on Facebook, and it's just like, sis, like, what the fuck? Like, me and my boyfriend would talk about it. I'm just like, what the fuck is her issue? Like, so it got to the point like when me and Aaliyah, like, we felt like we was like sneaking around. Like, we was just like, we would hang out, but meanwhile we was like not leaving sis out, but she had no freedom. Like, you can't come outside. You can't come outside. Like, and I used to tell her like, yo, let your mom meet my mom so like you could come outside. Come over once your mom meet my mom, like, and we could still be like, you know, lit. So I guess it was because she would always brush it off, but later on I figured out it was because like it was a language barrier. with her mom. Like her mom didn't really speak English, so that's why she really didn't want her mom to like meet my mom. And her dad was like a truck driver, so like he was barely home. So I'm just like, okay, like I understand why. So I was just like, but my mom works with like a lot of Haitians and stuff like that, so like my mom like knows some Creole, like she could understand it like a little bit, like to the point where like you could come over. So introducing our moms, and my mom was gonna get her mom a job, but then it just got to the point like it just didn't fit, it didn't fall through, like it just didn't work out. Like she just wasn't qualified for like the spot that my mom was trying to get her job at. But they had ended up knowing each other, so she was able to come over and like do more things with us. So we had ended up in that mess. We had ended up realizing that Aaliyah, her dad had just started working at my mom's job, and my mom knew her dad. So it was just like they worked in for the same company, but they was like in different buildings. So like that's why like if I would go to my mom's job, like I never like seen like who her dad was for me to pinpoint like at her house, like, oh yeah, like I know your dad. Like, so we got even closer after that. Like we was just mad close. So we started hanging out more. So I started noticing that like they would like get into like fights, but like they always got into fights. Like even before I met Aaliyah, like I would see like Olivia be on her phone like texting, and I like, sis, what's up, like what happened? And she would be like, oh, my best friend, like we just got into it or whatever. And then like they would get into like really really bad fights. So think that's why Olivia in the beginning thought that she could like talk to me that way, and I was just like, no, like you're not talking to me that way. Don't ever text my phone that way, because my nigga don't even text my phone that way. So don't you ever text my fucking phone like you crazy, because don't do it. And I barely know you. I barely know you, and you ain't no, you not a blood, you not even a family member. You gonna text my phone getting crazy, bitch? Don't do it. So I was just like, I started peeping like they would get into like crazy fights. So I'm just like, yo, like what's up with them? Like what the fuck is they doing? Like what they doing? Is they doing it? Like I really asked my boyfriend, I think they doing it, because they be in some crazy fights, crazy text messages like like what? First, don't talk to friends that way. I don't care how mad you are. Like, I don't care. Don't talk to me that way. He was not my nigga, and he not even going to talk to me that way. Only person that's going to talk to my phone getting crazy is my mother, and I'm just not going to respond. Like, I'm just not going to respond to my mother getting crazy with me. Like, sis would be my ass. So I start peeping like little things. So they would like vent to me about certain things, and I start feeling like uncomfortable, because I'm just like, y'all are best friends, and I just came into like y'all relationship. Like I only known y'all for like 2 months. Like I start feeling like uncomfortable, like when they would talk about each other, and I would just be like, y'all need to talk it out. Like, have you talked to her? Have you told her how you felt? Like, meanwhile, me and my best friend, we didn't get into arguments like that. Like if she felt some kind of way, she would come to me like, yo, like I don't like this, like da da da, and I would be like, okay, like you feel this way, but it wasn't that way, but I'm gonna take your feelings in consideration, and I'm gonna move this way for now on. But their relationship was not like that. Like they was crazy. So I start feeling uncomfortable. I'm just like, yo, like talk to each other. So like it had got to one point where I was just like, you know what, I'm about to add y'all both in a group chat. Like I'm tired of y'all both talking to me about the situation. Like talk to each other. So I added them in a group chat, and it was just like they were just going ham on each other, like ham. So I'm just like, whoa, like what did I get myself into? Like these bitches is crazy. I don't know, they were just crazy, just insane. So that kind of made me start falling back from them, because I'm just like, yo, like if y'all can't have like a regular conversation with each other, and y'all always talking about each other, like but what really like made me kind of gravitate towards Aaliyah more is because Olivia would talk mad shit about her friends, and me, I don't have a lot of friends. Like I don't have a lot of friends at all. So like she would have like different friends like from different towns and stuff like that, and Aaliyah didn't as well. Like she only had her as a friend, and then she had one cousin that she would always hang around with, but Olivia had mad bitches as friends, but she would talk about them. So it kind of started made me feel like, okay, like if you talking about your best friend to me and bitten to me about how you don't like her, and then you talking about your other friends, like I feel like you're talking about me too. So I stopped telling her my business. So I'm just like, no, I'm like, I really don't trust her, so I'm not telling her nothing no more. So I started gravitating towards Aaliyah more, because I just started like, I was understanding where she was coming from, because she was just like, yo, like I don't fuck with you because you be talking about all these bitches and you don't like them. Like, and they had gotten into a big argument because I guess Olivia had these girls, I guess in the past, like jumped Olivia, and she used to talk mad shit about them, and Aaliyah had fought one of the girls as well because they jumped her, and then she was just like best of friends with them, like always posting them like on her Instagram, like on her Facebook. Like it was just so weird. Like Snapchat wasn't around them, but like, it was just so weird. Like, why are you talking to them? Like I would never talk to them bitches ever in life again, but whatever, to each his own. So I understood like exactly where she was coming from, so I started gravitating towards Aaliyah more. So come to find out, Aaliyah and my favorite cousin had went to the same school. So I'm like, oh, you know her? Like, and he was like, yeah, she mad cool. So one day Aaliyah got into this big ass fight, like it was all over Facebook. Like it was so big. Like it was like this big fight that happened inside the school. Like it was just crazy. So Olivia had called me, and she was just like, oh, Aaliyah got into a fight, like I'm gonna fuck these bitches up, So I'm like, okay, so it's like, when you wanna go, like when you wanna pull up, like tell me when you're ready. Like, because I was always that friend that would jump out the window for her friends, but I'm not that friend no more. I don't even have friends like that for me to be your friend like that. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So unless it's a cousin, bitch, you don't play. And my cousins is not messy bitches like that. They don't get into fights. They don't problems don't come to them. They're not messy like that. So I'm sorry, y'all. We quarantining. Yeah, so my cousins don't get into stuff like that, so I don't have those kind of problems no more, because I don't jump out the window for bitches no more, and I don't hang around with females. So she had gone to this big fight. So Olivia called me and she was like, oh, I'm gonna fuck these bitches up, da da da. So I'm like, okay, like where you at? Like I'm about to go, I'm about to come with you, like da da da. So I had ended up meeting up with Olivia, and we was talking to Aaliyah on the phone the whole time. She was like, I'm going home, I'm gonna go change, da da da. So we get to the location now, right? We get to the location. You was talking all this mess. We get to the location, and Aaliyah stopped answering her phone, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, calling her like, sis, where you at? Saying that. So I'm calling her like, sis, where you at? Like, texting her phone like, where you at? So I'm just like, you know what? Show my bite. Come on, let's go, Olivia. Like we about to go beat these bitches up. So we get there or whatever. I had my boyfriend, his friends with me, and Olivia. So we get there, and Olivia started tussling with the girl that her best friend would. So Olivia is getting her ass whooped. I mean whooped, like to the dome, like doop doop. So I'm not about to sit here and jump into no fight. Like, if it's a fair fight, like I'm not about to sit here, your friend's not jumping in, I'm not jumping in, but you're not about to lose either. So what happened? So every time she would fall to the ground, I would pick her up, I would push the bitch off of her and pick her up and put her on top of her. How you still losing? That shit was pissing me off. It was pissing me off. Like, how is you still losing? How you don't know how to fight? Like, come on, I'm helping you. Like, how you don't know how to fight? Damn near I was jumping in. Like, what the fuck? Like, they was tussling. Like, every time she would get on top of this girl, like, this girl would get on top of her, I would literally kick her off and, like, pick my friend up and put her on top of her. Like, what did you want me to do? Pick your hands up and go like that? Like, what the fuck? How are you still losing? So I just started, like, my boyfriend and his friends knew, like, Once I start getting mad, like my eyes, they just go blank and I lose my shit. So that's exactly what happened. I lost my shit because how are you losing? So I start trying to fight everybody, and my boyfriend and his friends, they pick me up. Hold on. They picked me up, and my boyfriend at the time, he didn't have a car. He was driving his mom's minivan. So, but we came a long way because we both driving Beamers. Okay, so anyway, let me stop being ghetto. Yeah, threw me in the minivan, but I was like holding on to the minivan. I'm like, I will fuck all y'all bitches up right fucking now, right fucking now. Line it the fuck up, everybody, and I will fuck all y'all bitches up, like all y'all bitches up. So I'm like fighting him, his friends, like they picked me up, throw me in the car. Like it looked like it was like a scene out of a movie. Like it would look like I just got kidnapped. If anybody seen that, they would have literally thought that like they kidnapped me. So I started wilding. I'm like, no, like in the backseat, like wilding, like, no, yeah, we did not just leave her. Like, go back and get my friend, right? So I'm heated. So he had called his friend, like, yo, where y'all at? So he like, we walking right now, we walking up the block. So then she get in the car and she like, did I lose? Did you lose? Did you fucking lose? You embarrassed me, bitch. You fucking embarrassed me. So everybody was talking about it on Facebook, and like they wasn't talking about me. It was just like, oh, that's a ride or die friend. Like, but bitch, how you still losing? Exactly the same things that was going through my mind. How you still losing? So Aaliyah eventually picks up the phone. I was like, oh, why y'all didn't come and get me? Nah. Sis, what are you talking about? Like, we did. We was calling you. You did not answer. What do you mean? So like it just started irritating me because I was just like, all right, like I can't hang out with girls like this. Like these bitches is too fugazi for me. Like, and I'm not like that. I don't care if you're not a writer, but I don't care like if you're not, like I'm gonna hold it down. Like if I have to, just don't let me get jumped. Like, but don't be out here running your mouth. Don't be out here running your mouth like you're crazy. So basically I just started falling back. Yeah, so my camera just shut off. That was mad weird. But after that I just start like falling back from them. I'm just like, I don't really rock with y'all like that. Like, y'all bitches is fugazi. Like, first of all, Aaliyah, we could have got our ass beat because it was mad bitches out there, and you just stopped answering your fucking phone, and this is your problem. Like, why? Like, I'm not messy like that. So I had told my best friend what happened, and she was like, this is what I mean, you don't get into stuff like this. Like, I don't like those girls. Like, those are not your friends. They are messy, da 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 da. And I'm just like, no, I think that Aaliyah just misunderstood. Like, I was still like trying to give up for Aaliyah. I was really just over Olivia at that point. So I just kind of kept my distance. Like, I was just like, all right, like I'm over it. Like, y'all got too much drama for me. Like, I'm just over it. So I like started like falling back a little bit and just start hanging out like more with my best friend and like my boyfriend. Like, I'm just like, all right, I'm over it. So I guess they felt some type of way. Meanwhile, they start throwing like little subs and stuff at me. So I'm just like, what the fuck is the issue? I asked them, like, what's the problem? So I wrote them in a group chat and was like, what's the issue? Meanwhile, Aaliyah has mad at my shit. Right, we had gotten into this argument, and they was saying how they don't want to fuck with me no more, and I was telling them I don't really care because y'all can't fight anyway, so I don't give a fuck because y'all look stupid and I don't hang out with stupid bitches, so I don't care if you don't want to be my friend. So we just basically was going back and forth. I'm not the type of person that if you take my stuff, I'm gonna out my business, like out your business, but like you're not gonna be on Facebook. If I'm going out and I'm looking good, I want you to look good too, sis. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not that type of friend that's like weird about things like that. But you're not about to be just throwing mad subs at me and in your profile picture you got my fit on. Where did they do that at? Elmont? We didn't do that. So no, West Hempstead, of course. But no, you're not about to do that. So I was writing her nicely and I was asking her like, can you bring my stuff? Can you bring my stuff? Can you bring my stuff? And she just was kept on throwing subs at me on Facebook. And I'm just like, all right, so you want to bring it to Facebook? So I'm about to tag you in a post and tell you to take my fit off your profile picture and bring my stuff. Like, just bring my stuff. So it began this whole big thing. Like, we just started arguing and everything over Facebook. So my best friend was like, told you so. I told you those girls is not your friends. Like, they were trying to tell all my business. But whatever, like, you really didn't have no real tea, because I was lying about half of the stuff I was saying anyway. But they was throwing like all this bullshit out, talking about me. And I was just like, all right, whatever. Like, y'all arguing. Pull up. Pull the fuck up. Pull up. So they didn't want to pull up. I was telling them, like, y'all know my address, pull up. So this went on for like 2 days. I'm just like, you know what, y'all gotta pull up no more, because I'm coming. So now I'm coming. So come outside. So I was going to Olivia's house first to be her ass, and then I was gonna go to Olivia's house. But these bitches was together. Oh, now y'all together. But okay, cool, because I got some thorough ass bitches I can bring with me, because you bitches ain't really seen shit yet. So I had hit up some girl that I knew from back in my town at Hempstead. So I'm like, yo, like, I'm about to go fight. Because meanwhile, my best friend is not really a fighter. Like, she's not confrontational like that. Like, she don't fight, she don't do none of that. So I hit up one of my friends and I was just like, yo, like, I'm about to go fuck these two bitches up, come with me. So I had met her because she was around. So my best friend's sister went and picked her up. We went. These two raggedy hoes thought they was gonna jump me. And then, like, she had her cousin with her. And the cousin meanwhile was like a stripper or something. Like, she was like a stripper or whatever it is. So, like, I was so proud of my best friend at this point, because it just was so funny. Because my best friend, like I said, keep a note, she's not a fighter. So we meet up and they walking up to me, but they walking up to me mad rowdy. Like, they were both about to jump me. Like, what the fuck? So we walking up and they both walking up mad rowdy. Like, but what you say? What would you say? Cause I'm at the fight. Like, sis, just come down the block. Like, why you gotta make a scene? So they walking up all rowdy. Meanwhile, they stop when they get there. Like, I thought you was like gonna throw a punch or something. Like, why you stop? You see me and then stop? The fuck? Like, you see me and then you stop? Like, what the fuck? Stop and trying to talk in the middle of the street. Like, I'm not about to talk with you. So, like, I go to punch this bitch in her face, and my best friend just already came through with the 2-piece. Boop, boop. Like, and we just started brawling from there. And I looked at my best friend for a second and just like, no, not you. You are not out here doing that right now. No, you're not. So it was just crazy. So I ended up fucking that girl up. Olivia did not help her at all. Like, me and my best friend beat that bitch ass. Like, we fucked her up. Like, her cousin tried to help, but my friend, we're gonna name her Lisa. So Lisa was being that bitch ass on the fucking taxi cab. Like, it was just crazy. Like, the taxi cab had, like, pulled over. Like, I don't know who called him, or like maybe somebody, he was waiting on somebody, but he had pulled over and like pulled his phone out, and like she was like fucking her up on like the cousin up. Like, it was just crazy. Like, the whole thing was crazy. But I pretty much just learned that, like, you do not be bitches friends. Like, if they already giving you red flags, you just automatically be like, no, I'm just not gonna do this, and you're just gonna distance yourself. Like, you don't have to make a big scene exiting out of people's life. You can just just go ahead with yours. Like, sometimes you don't have to exit out people's lives and tell them why you're leaving their life and why you don't want to be friends with them no more. Sometimes it's just better left unsaid. Like, you just be like, you know what, no hard feelings, I just want to go my way, you go your way. Like, but always pay attention to the red flags. And if your boyfriend don't like somebody, that's pretty much like he don't like them for a reason. So that was pretty much like my story time on being friends with two bitches that was crazy as fuck. And I don't even think they're friends now. Like, I literally don't think they're friends now. Like, and if they are, they're literally mad fake to each other, because, or maybe they grew up. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they grew up, but that was my crazy story time of being friends with these two crazy ass bitches, and then it just came down to like a crazy ass, like, bro. My boyfriend peeking out. You want to say hi?
Good, yeah.
So eventually it was like, I really felt kind of bad that me and Aaliyah even got to that point, because it was really Olivia's fault, and I felt like she was like adding more fuel to the fire, and it was like more, I didn't really go into detail really, but it was really like her fault. And I felt like if me and Aaliyah just had like a level-headed conversation, even though I wasn't really feeling her after that like little stunt she pulled when I answered the phone, whatever. So, but I don't think they're friends. Like, it's no hard feelings with Aaliyah. Olivia, I don't really like her too much. I still don't. I probably would never be her friend ever in life again, and she knew who I'm talking about. I would never be your friend. So, not to be shady or nothing, but like, I'm just never friends with people twice. I just don't. Like, especially if it takes it to the internet, like, I'm just never gonna be your friend. Because bitches be shady, and I'm not gonna lie, I did my share of weird shit too, where I was just being a little shady, because we're girls and we're catty and we do weird things like that. But that was pretty much my story on being friends with two friends that was crazy as fuck and ended badly, and not paying attention to the red signs. So if you have a friend that fits the description of Olivia, do not be that bitch friend, and stay safe out there, y'all. So that is my story time, and if you want more story times, comment down below, like this video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, because y'all be bugging out. Y'all don't be subscribing, and it's a quarantine and I have nothing but stories because my life is crazy. So I think my next video I'm going to do a Q&A. Follow me on Instagram at TheRealNunuK and drop some questions that you guys want to know. Or maybe I'll do like a wig video, because I made this lace front wig, so maybe I'll do that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my video. Subscribe now. Subscribe to my channel. So let's get me to 100 subscribers, and I'm out. Stay safe, guys.